Welcome to the Raider Nation Podcast, where we're talking all things Nettleton. And now, here's your host, Lannie Oliver.
Hello, welcome back to the Raider Nation Podcast. Today we have Mr. Sims with us today. And by the way, congratulations on the big news of becoming principal.
Thank you, Lannie. Thank you.
How are you feeling about that right now?
I'm very excited. Still doing my best I can to be the best CT principal I can the rest of this contract. And then come July 1, looking to hit the ground running.
That's exciting. So we're going to ask you some questions today like we normally do. Where did you go to college at?
I went to Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia, Arkansas. Got my bachelor's there, my master's there. Got my specialist from ASU here in Jonesboro, Wolves Up. And that's actually getting ready to start my superintendent stuff this summer.
Did you play any sports in college?
No, I didn't play sports in college. They told me I didn't pass the eye test. You know what that is?
No.
Too short.
Oh, the height test. Okay.
Well, they said the eye test, eye to eye. I couldn't see eye to eye with the coach, so he didn't let me play.
What do you like best, high school or college?
As a student, I'd say high school was the best time of my life, and that's why I remind students all the time to live it up, because before you know it's over.
Yeah.
I remember graduating, and the night of graduation, I had a strict mom, so I didn't get to do anything, but I just remember going home, and I didn't tell many people this, but I guess they'll know now. I cried. It's like, what do I do next? Like, what's I knew I was going to college, but I didn't know what that looked like yet because I was just a high school graduate.
My thing is like you've grown up with these people your whole life, and then the next thing you know, it's just you're probably never going to see any of them again. That's my big thing.
Well, in my case, Lannie, it was actually different. We were so close, and I'm from a small town.
Yeah.
So we only had 60 students in my graduating class. So we actually stay in touch pretty much to this day via Facebook. When I go home, I see classmates that are still around that are doing good. And I have some that have moved off in the big cities, but other than that, it's been a different experience for me with graduating and not being able to see people. I actually get to see them still and communicate with them.
Maybe that'll give me some hope. So there's been a lot of changes in your life, principal, and then a while before that you became a newlywed.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so tell us about your wife.
Formerly Miss Greer, now Miss Sims. She's a Nettleton graduate of 2009 here at Nettleton High School. She's actually a twin. They both went here. She's the junior high assistant principal. She taught at Big Fox for four or 5 years before she made the transition into administration, finishing up her first year there. It's been exciting. She's awesome. She's the best thing that happened to me, on top of my son Isaac back home. I'm very fortunate and blessed, to have those two in my life, and that's it.
That's sweet. So we're gonna ask you some teaching, your job and stuff like that.
Okay.
So what was your first teaching job?
My first teaching job, right out of college, I went back home to Lafayette County High School, and I started out in kind of what I did here is credit recovery. They call it A+ back then. Program we used 712. Then some stuff kind of transpired with someone in the building and needed someone to transition into social studies, and I did seventh and 8th grade social studies there. Then after that, you want to know the rest of them? Or read it?
Yeah.
Okay. After that, I went to Mineral Springs down in South Arkansas. I did K6 PE. 7-8 health there and coach football. Left there and went to Magnolia. And at Magnolia I did kindergarten PE. That was fun. That was a great experience. First time I ever caught the flu. Because those kids, they have no boundaries.
Yeah.
They're all up in your space. I loved it though, every minute of it. Left there and came to Jonesboro via a friend that taught at ASU, Dr. Davis, Kimberly Davis. She taught there, and she was very high on Nettleton School District. Met Coach Hampton. I made the transition up here, and it's been great ever since. I actually left chasing the head coaching dream. Thought I wanted to be a head coach. That dream kind of faded away, Lannie, and went to Little Rock Southwest as the assistant head coach. Taught PE health there. And the opportunity came to become the career and tech principal back here at Nettleton, and I took it. And looking back on it, I'm very proud that I did.
What made you want to teach?
Started in 7th grade actually with a coach. He was not just a good coach; he was a great teacher. Coach Tiger Roberts. He's in Angleton, Texas now, down in Houston. Like I say, I keep up with people. I pride myself on that because you never know, and just who you may need in life. And he drove me and pushed me to the point of where I am today, and I still give him credit, even though that was. I'm not gonna do the math that fast. That was a while ago when me and him had that encounter. So just his impact on my life and the impact he had on my classmates' life and the way I looked up to him. I wanted people to look up to me that way one day.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Now, you mentioned you coached football earlier. Did you coach any other sports?
I coached track. Actually, we won the state championship in Magnolia 2019 before I moved here. The boys won it. I was the head girls coach, but the way we set it up there, you coach boys and girls. Mm-hmm. So I was the head girls. We had coach over there who's the head boys, who has I think now 12 rings. He has more rings than he has fingers. But we all get rings if you win, and I coached some state champion sprinters, jumpers. So I had my hand in it. So it was fun, and I actually love track. Track is one of those sports that it's a team sport, but yet. You see so much individual stuff and people laying on the line for their team, and it brings the most out of people as well. Just because they're not necessarily lined up with somebody on their team, but against somebody else trying to compete for their team.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So now, the best part of the interview.
Okay.
The random questions, the funny questions.
Okay.
If you could pick to travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
If I could pick to travel anywhere in the world, I'd have to say Jamaica. I would like to go to Jamaica, a different part of Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica, but it's a place that you never have enough time.
Yeah.
When you go places, I'm sure you've traveled before, and you always feel like if I had another day, I'd do this. If I had another, that's kind of how I felt when we left for our honeymoon there. It's a beautiful place. I mean, we live in a beautiful country, but that's a beautiful place, just the water itself. But yeah, Jamaica.
I would love to see Jamaica. That's on my list now. If you could pick a superpower, what would it be?
I can tell you what mine is.
Okay, go for it.
I like to call it connectivity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I pride myself on, and just explain to you and the people listening. I'm able to connect with just about anybody, and I pride myself on that. And my students see it daily. The staff sees it daily. My administrative team sees it daily. No matter what walk of life you come from, no matter skin color, wherever you come from, Mr. Sims is going to greet you with something, whether it be a smile, whether it be a fist bump, whether it be a throw my head back at you. It is what it is. Yeah. That's just me, the person I am, the way I was raised. So that's my superpower.
I like that superpower. Now, if I could choose a superpower, I don't have any superpowers. I just exist at this point. But if I could pick a superpower, I think invisibility. I would just like to just roam around and listen to people's conversations. Would I share those conversations? No. But it'd be nice to just hear and know what they're saying. That's pretty cool.
Almost like a fly on the wall, huh? Just not be invisible. Good one.
Okay. You can go into detail on these. You don't have to if you don't want to. But, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time would have to be The Mask.
The Mask.
Yeah, I love The Mask, and Tubi just started showing it again, and it's free. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love free 99. So me and my wife, I think I've watched it 5 or 6 times since it's been back on, and she yells down the stairs, "Are you watching The Mask again?" Yes, I am. Smoking.
Now, is it your favorite because it's funny, or is there a reason behind it?
No, it's just a funny movie, and I like Jim Carrey.
I do too. I love The Grinch. That is one of my all-time favorite movies ever. I don't know why. My mom makes fun of me for it, but what's your favorite book if you read?
My favorite book would have to be the Bible. The Bible. That's the go-to, the go-between. And I'll leave it at that right there.
Okay. What's something about yourself that you think the students at the high school would be interested to know about you?
I mean, I'm pretty simple. I'm just a good old country boy that's living this somewhat city life here in Jonesboro. But what I like about Jonesboro, excuse me, it's a little warm in here. What I like about Jonesboro is just the fact that it is home away from home, because when I first moved up here, I lived in Brooklyn, and I didn't know where Brooklyn was. I just picked it on the map, and it was close enough. It wasn't in the city, but getting out there, it was like country looking, and I was like, whoa, okay, this looks like home. So therefore, I do not live in Brooklyn now, but I made it home, and Jonesboro's been good to me.
Yeah. What's a quote you live your life by?
Winners never quit.
Amen.
That's one thing I pride myself on, and I feel like I'll continue to win, and the school will continue to win, and the district continue to win as long as we never quit.
I like that.
Raider Pride.
Raider Pride. RPIJ. So now we're going to ask you some questions about your job now, like your new job as principal.
Okay.
What excites you most about being the principal at NHS?
Just to be a part of something special. I feel like I am now, but to be at the forefront of it is like surreal, and I think it'll be even more when I'm actually in that seat, because there's a lot of questions that people have, and I don't want to answer things before I can be in that seat and see what it actually looks like for myself with my own eyes, and then I can answer more and be more apt to explain like future plans or things that I see happening here at Nettleton. I have thoughts and hopes and dreams for Nettleton, and that's what I want to go on when I do get in that seat.
Mm-hmm. What are some major plans that you think you might do that you already have like set in stone that you want?
Nothing set in stone. I do have a boss, that I have to answer to. So therefore, I may have plans and things that I want to do and fun things I want to bring to the school and energy that I want to breathe into the school that I'd have to for sure run through my boss and get cleared and just I want to bring the days back of incentives. When I was in school, we had a ton of incentives, especially when it came to taking these tests that y'all take now. We had something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Other than that piece of peppermint candy they put on the corner of our desk when we took our test, 'cause they call it brain food. But if I did good, there was something coming behind it. I don't. It might not have been a big thing, but they did something to acknowledge that I did my part as a school, as a student, to try to help my school be better.
Yeah. So you're very, like you talked earlier, you talked about how like you like to be with the students, you like interacting with them. How do you think this is going to help you as a principal?
I just feel like in the crunch times, in the times of need that that we will face, whether it be just trying to figure out why something happened or who did what, I feel like my students have not with just me, but with the team in general, a great relationship to where they don't mind communicating things to us that we need to know and allowing us to help them in the process. And because everybody's safety is number one to us, and we want to continue to ensure that here at Nettleton.
Okay, now we're done with the serious questions.
Okay,
we've got 2 more questions left. And
okay,
some of my favorites for sure.
Starting to heat up. Then I feel like these are the hot seat questions.
Okay, biggest question. We ask every interviewer this.
Okay.
Who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
Well, Mr. Watson's a great teacher. Mm-hmm. Great teacher. I can't take anything from. I just observed him the other day. The TMC is an awesome teacher too. I come through and I get to bob my head a little bit to some music. And I see why kids want to be in there. Why his class people are lined up at the counselor's door trying to get in. Mm-hmm. But if I had to choose between the two, out of being the funniest, I'd have to go with the TMC.
Good choice. Approved. Okay. Now, y'all did do a video.
Yes, we did.
You went the other direction, but we'll forgive you because you made up for it right there. But the acting was incredible on your part.
Thank you, Lannie. Thank you.
Has anyone asked for like an autograph or like talked to you about that?
No autographs, but you know what? Our friend, I think we have a mutual friend, Officer Watts, Swats, as we call him.
Swats.
You know, he kind of encouraged me that I may have a second career.
I think so too.
And that's all thanks to the TMC. I think that gave him the edge on being the funniest teacher this go around. So.
Well, it was nice having you on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me, Lannie.
We appreciate you coming, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Raider Pride.
Raider Pride.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Raider Nation Podcast. Make sure to join us next time. And as always, Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.